Hi, this is Crystal Johnson, and this is the Media Access Pass, where you will hear from different people in the entertainment industry about what it's like, what was their path, the information that you don't often get to hear from people that you don't usually hear it from, the people that are often called the below the line folks. Those might be people who are the camera operator, the casting director, just so many people that you don't necessarily know about what it is that they do. Actually, just the other day, one of my relatives, an older person, said to me, "Oh, what exactly is a producer?" Well, a lot of times there's a lot of things that are talked about that people just hear these words, but they don't really know what it's about. And there are careers that you just kind of see, but you don't really know what the inside track is. You don't know how to get there. And honestly, for every person, there are different avenues. Some of it seems to be good fortune, some of it is hard work, some of it is a mixture of education. It's many different things or many different ways for people. Now, in my case, I thought for today I would start with my experience working in the television industry, and well, I'll say in a broader context in the media industry. Some of the ups, some of the downs of working in various aspects of the field. Now, when I started way, way, way long ago, I was fortunate that when an opportunity came to my school for the with the Baltimore Orioles to select someone from my school to actually work there in the production department, I applied. Many people in our department applied, and it came down to just two people. One fellow named Jeff and I. We were the two people selected to work for the Baltimore Orioles that year. And it was a great experience, and it was one of those things where it was exciting to graduate from college and have an experience with having a media job no sooner than I got out of college. And I know that that's not necessarily the experience for everyone. Quite frankly, it can be pretty depressing for a lot of people. And I would say during the time frame that I came out of college, which was a long time ago, various aspects are different in the field today, but there are a lot of things that remain the same. And so I believe the value of what I have to say is still relevant. Take from it what you want, but this is my story. These are the things that came into play for me. Now, when I worked for the Baltimore Orioles, I had the opportunity to do camera, those giant cameras that you see when you watch the media following a story, let's say in Washington, D.C., or something of that sort. So imagine all 5 feet of me being a person who carried that. I also had to make sure our cameras were in place. I had to set up microphones for people who are going to be singing the national anthem. And I had to do video editing of the kind of the Jumbotron entertainment. So I had to do that as well. Another thing that I had to do was just work in that live aspect of being a crew. And I remember when I was in college, they said not to take a lot of things personally because in the heat of the moment, things can come out. There can be a frustrated director, so many different things. So it is true to keep that in mind. Try to keep your cool and understand that maybe there are some things that are on the line, especially when you're working in a live capacity. Now, after I worked for the Baltimore Orioles, here's the irony, mistake on my part. I was doing an internship at Maryland Public Television where I got a chance to do writing and producing, and something about doing those things kind of felt like a glove that fit well. However, for some reason or another, I did not follow up with it. Maybe because the timing of doing an internship where I was getting no pay um, and the opportunity to start making some money were colliding. And so I had an opportunity to work for Fox 45 News in Baltimore. And I took that particular opportunity. Now, again, it was one of those things where a friend of mine from college suggested that I apply to that news station, and it was a lot of things. It was ultimately, at the end of the day, it was a great experience. I learned so much, and when I was younger and in my 20s, I honestly would say that I failed to realize how much I was learning and how useful it would be for the rest of my career. Because when you understand different aspects, I would say when you understand writing, when you understand editing, when you understand camera and framing, those key things can carry you pretty far as continuing to work in media. Now, I will say that I did have situations where